And welcome. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, of course, lost their offensive coordinator, Dave Canales, to the Carolina Panthers, which is unfortunate and leaves quite a big hole on the Buccaneers coaching staff. So the Buccaneers did what any organization would do and set up a couple interviews to fill his role. Good news, right? Awesome. The bad news is a couple of those individuals that were scheduled for interviews are now off the market. Zach Robinson, who we talked about this on the Mr. Bucs Nation podcast. You could check out that playlist on this channel. He is now gone, signing with Raheem the Dream Morris in Atlanta to be the Falcons offensive coordinator, which I expressed concern for in the Mr. Bucs Nation podcast, that may be the case because obviously Raheem Morris was the defensive coordinator of the Rams, so there was some familiarity there between coaches having been on the same staff. Then Kellen Moore, another player the Buccaneers had shown interest in another coach the Buccaneers had shown interest in to come in and fill their offensive coordinator position, gone as well, going to the Philadelphia Eagles to work with Jalen Hurts. So the Buccaneers find themselves in a tough spot, right? You lose your guy, and now candidates seem to be flying off the shelves, right? The puddle is drying up. One thing that I think is, something you could hang your hat on is Todd Bowles took a very long time last year in the hiring process, right? When Byron Leftwich was released or relieved of his duties and the Buccaneers needed to replace him, they really took their time, did their due diligence. They were not in a rush. This year, Todd Bowles, again, losing candidates or potential candidates early is indicative of the same style of process. Taking his time and going through the process, doing his due diligence, and patiently working through to find the best candidate. While I understand that may not be what people want to hear, you have to give Todd Bowles the benefit of the doubt in this scenario because just last year, he did this same thing and it worked out pretty well. So, unfortunate to see some candidates go that were potentially good candidates, specifically, especially Zach Robinson, but that's the nature of the beast. And the Buccaneers, I already thought Todd Bowles had a lot of pressure on him to nail this because you just nailed a hire last year. To nail two in a row is very, very difficult. So I already thought Bowles definitely had pressure kind of pinpointed on him with this scenario, and now losing a couple candidates that the Buccaneers clearly had shown interest in further kind of drives that pressure home in my mind and makes his job all that much more difficult this offseason. However, doesn't mean it can't be done. It was just done last year successfully. There is no reason to believe that Todd Bowles cannot and will not do it again. What do you think? Who are you looking for? And is there somebody maybe that you think the Buccaneers should look into that they haven't expressed interest in yet?